Get over here!
Round 4.
Is this thing on? Okay. Good morning, freaks. Welcome to the Mental Kombat Yoga, Meditation, and Martial Arts Trainer. This section is going to be the morning routine, the morning mobility, breath work, yoga practice that we, Lifting Dead Zombies, start our day with every day. And if you read the program, which if you haven't, you should, check that shit out wherever that is. Do that, because there's 3 different phases and there's 3 different morning routines for each phase. They just build on one another. So the first one's pretty basic, the second one's a little bit less basic, and the third one's not basic at all. So we're gonna do the third one. We're gonna do the whole thing, and from there you can see whatever you like, whatever you don't like, and you can make your own. Do whatever you want. This is for everybody, and it all works. So make your own. Nothing I say is written in stone. If you see an exercise that you don't want to do, don't do it if it doesn't jive with you. But I recommend you to try it out. So we're going to start this. Pretend like you just woke up. Zombies walking in here. Take 3 deep breaths in and out through your nose. Just center. Come to terms with the fact that we're alive, facing another day. We can decide if this day is going to be good or if this day is going to be bad right here, right now. You have 2 choices. We're going to choose to kick some ass and then do some neck circles. So we're going to do 5 neck circles in each direction, real slow, chin up, and then down to the left and back up to the right. Don't be afraid to take it real slow and controlled, especially the first time in the morning. Might be hearing some crunches and cracks and some cobwebs and some spiders coming back up to visit you. Your neck might be tight as hell. Go real slow and always keep a steady breath. Reverse. And breathe into your tight muscles. I like to close my eyes pretty much for all exercises in here. 1, because it's early when I do this, so I'm pretty much tired and half asleep anyway. Right, there you go. 10, 5 in each direction. Now we're going to do that same thing, shoulder circles, like I was saying. Pretty much asleep anyway, and if you close your eyes and breathe into the muscles that you should be working, it makes you feel them better, makes you connect with them better. It's kind of like, you can pretend like you're Batman, giving yourself like a full body scan. You'll know what areas of your body need to be addressed and what don't so much. So that's 5 one direction, then we're going to 5 reverse shoulder circle that direction. This is just light warm up, just to get your blood flowing and your wrists and everything loose. So now I'm going to do wrist, elbow, and shoulder circle. It's a big deal. Make a fist, straight out, internally rotate, come under, and back up. So you'll feel this work in your forearms, your wrists, and your shoulders. It's a bang for your buck exercise. You could just do more shoulder circles or just do more wrist circles, or you could just do 5 of these in each direction and get the job done. 2 for 1. How we like them. And then reverse. Don't forget to breathe at any point. Your body will remind you if you forget to breathe. I don't have to. And we can dance around for a second. So we're going to work from the top down. Now we're going to rotate our hips, our trunk a little bit. So from here, I like to get my hands on my hips, not because it makes me feel like Superman, but because it's more efficient. Squeeze your butt, stick your hips out. And then 5 big circles. Draw a circle with that dead booty. 5 in each direction. Your pelvis is everything. In movement, especially in yoga, it's where all muscles of the core, the hips come together So if this is taken care of, your life will be a lot easier. Reverse. And it's a lot more fun. It's a lot of fun to do. So this is the first part. We're just circling, lubricating those joints. And if you're immature like me, you laugh at lubricating. Knees. Knee circles. This one's a little bit weirder. It gets your knees and your ankles. So pretend like this bone right here is not moving. It's attached to both of these joints. You get your hands here, and we just circle. Look up. This is really good if you have tight or bad knees. A lot of people neglect this. That's why we hit it early. It's like going to jail, punching the biggest guy on the first day. Set the tone. Know what you're doing. All right. That's 5. From here, we get a little bit more jiggy with it. Global circles. This is from Qigong, which we'll get to at the end of this video. I'm by no means the authority on Qigong or Tai Chi. Not because I'm white and dead, but because I'm not a grandmaster. All these videos and all the references that we get from these videos will be linked in the program, additional material where we learn all this stuff. We're going to share that with you too. It's not like I made this up. I kind of just picked and choose what's beneficial and use it, and you should do the same. All right, so that gets your whole body in line, big circles. Now we're going to lean back, back bend, and then extend forward like you're shooting laser beams from your hands. And then come back. Do 5 of these. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shoot the laser beams. Breathe out. 5. Come all the way down. And now we're going to big circles for your waist, everything. Hang here for a little bit, and then circle up to the left. We're going to do 3 of these in this direction. All the way up, all the way down, drawing big circles. Gets the sides of your body. Basically everything. So that's 3, then we flip. 3. Rock and roll. Let's come up to standing. Since we're already twisting and loose, we're going to do 10 twists like that. See how my foot pops up on my heel? My arms swing behind me. One taps my shoulder, the other taps my lower back. And we swing. About 10 of these. These are pretty fun. These feel pretty good. This tend to be like one of the favorites of the morning routine. So if you want to do more than 10, there's often times where I do like 30 of these. Just gets the chi flowing, gets the blood everywhere. Feel good about it. Loosens up everything. You can, if your shoulders are tight, your back's tight, give it some extra love. Tap on it. Sweet. Come up from here. This is a bonus round. If your ankles are a little tight after that, I like to pick up one foot. Just circle the ankle. If you want to add the wrist into it too, this looks pretty cool. Cultivate that energy. You can look at your picture of Bruce Lee for inspiration above you. Same thing on the other side. And if you need any more articulations in either your shoulders or your back, I recommend you take a PVC pipe or a piece of steel, or, hey Zach, you know that panda we have in the back that's eating up all the corpses and that's eating bamboo too? Why don't you kill him with your bare hands and throw me a piece of that bamboo? Thanks, Zach. If you have bamboo laying around, you can hold this like you would a PVC pipe or a band or anything. A little bit wider than shoulder width, and these are just pass-throughs. Classic, never fails, right? All the way forward, all the way back. These are good before you're lifting, warms up your rotator cuff. Both of them, actually, not just one. This will actually warm up both of your rotator cuffs. Thank you. Thanks for that demonstration, Zach. You can return this to the panda. And hopefully he doesn't kill any more innocent bystanders watching this video. We had to turn some people away. They were standing outside, you know, like we were the Beatles at the Omni William Penn downtown, about to play a sold out show. We had to say, go away, we're filming mobility videos, we can't have you. All right, so from here, now we're gonna get into our yoga, our sun salutations, especially done in the morning. Ancient science that believe me, I didn't invent. Gets in touch with the moon. Reverse. Ancient science gets in touch with the sun, which is why we call this a sun salutation. Like the sun's rising, your energy is rising, and that's why we start this practice with the sun salutation. So that is like a downward dog, an upward facing dog. Some lunges in there, I'll show you. Back bend, breathe in. Breathe out, toe touch. Breathe out, right foot back, left foot back, downward facing dog. Down to upward facing dog. Child's pose. Downward dog. Right foot in. Left foot in. Breathe out here. Decompress. Breathe in. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Come up. Breathe in. Raise your hands up. Breathe out. Hands to heart center. That's one side. So I led with my right foot on that one. For the second side, I'm going to lead with my left foot, and I'm going to add in a side angle twist, because why not? So breathe in, breathe out, left leg back, right leg back. Shift it to upward facing dog. Child's pose. Downward facing dog. This is where we get a little bit fancier on the second round. Our left foot up, three-legged dog. Bring it in between your hands, and then lift up your left hand, twist towards your left knee, look up, and down. Same thing on the other side. And then left foot in. Right foot in, same thing. Very important to be in sync with your breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. Namaste, warriors. But we're not done yet. Now, we're going to get into some balance and some hip articulations. So now we balance, tree pose. It's okay if you're not as hardcore as me and get the foot all the way up to your thigh. If you want to go here, if you want to go here, it's all love, man. Whatever you can do, whatever version of your tree you can do. Want to hold it here for about 3 breaths. And then I'm going to step this foot in front, give it a little ballerina stretch, great for the whole body. And then backwards. This is where we get jiggy with it. It's where we get weird. It's where we dance. Now, bring your knee up. We're going to do some balancing hip articulations. So what that looks like, just circles. I like to do about 5, sometimes more. Sometimes I like to play with it. Straighten out the leg, bend the knee. The better you get at these, the more you can feel around and feel what works for your own body. So that's that side. Same thing to the other side. Reset. Same thing to the other side. Trees can sway in the wind, so if you're like freaking out, it's okay. There's an earthquake going on. You didn't see that. You didn't see that just happen. There are plenty of earthquakes in western Pennsylvania. We caused them. Ballerina that shit. Articulate that shit. Great for the hips, great for our kicks that we're going to throw later. Don't be trying to throw them flying, flaming roundhouse kicks you see in Mortal Kombat without warming up the hips first. I tried. Doesn't end well. Right, back. I'm going to flip to the side. And we're going to work a little bit more balance. This is advanced, so don't feel the need to work to this till later, little half moon pose. Right, you can come up, hang out for a second, and then bring it back to warrior 2. This is where everybody should be. Everybody can do warrior 2. Hold here, make sure you're all aligned. This is great for your posture. Now we're going to reverse it. Flip your hand up, stretch, side angle, come back, other side, stretch. Now we're going to straighten this front leg for a triangle. Straighten your hand down, way down. If you're extra gangster, you can give it a mind. Then come up. Naturally, same thing, other direction. One side's better than the other no matter what time of day you do it, but especially in the morning, you'll be very surprised how shitty your balance could be, even me. As long as I've been doing this, it's always amazing sometimes how little balance you have in the morning. Experience really doesn't matter. Triangle, bind if you can handle it. Come back. You can add in a little extra twist if you want to. Back up here. And now we're all warmed up for everybody's favorite deep squats sequence. It's a big deal. We all should be able to squat and hold a deep squat position for at least a minute. A lot of people say at least 5 minutes. It's our natural human resting position, and all these chairs and all this shit that we deal with fucks that up, and we don't know how to squat anymore. So we're going to learn how to squat with the dead. That's what we do. I like to interlace my hands behind me like this. Give you a straight body stretch. Down here, pull your shoulders back. It's really good to open your chest. And then from here, make sure your feet are about shoulder width, and you just transition into this deep squat like that. Obviously, you don't have to do this to this. If that's too hard for you, you can do a straight leg, come down, and then find your squat. Your chest should be up and out. Your head should be up. This should be comfortable. Breathe here. I like to do 5 of those straight leg bending to squat transitions. And then from here, if you can hold your arms up, bring them up and down 5 times. And when you first start this might be impossible. It was impossible for me, and I'm still not perfect at it. Nobody is. But give it a try. Work slowly. Then go side to side. Grab one ankle with your foot. It's great for mobility. You'd be surprised how fast your body can adapt when you give it a reason to. Now, if we're sitting in front of the TV, sitting in front of the computer, driving, then repeating that process and not placing any demands like this on our body is going to have no reason to do it. And that's why people can't do it. So we got to give it a reason every day, first thing in the morning. Let's fucking go. Why not? Then you stand up. That was our deep squat. Last part of our main morning mobility series is an inversion of your choice. Getting the blood flowing to your head, everywhere throughout the body, especially in the morning, is a really healthy thing to do. So, if you are new to inversions, I recommend a shoulder stand, which is this, which is basically laying down, feet up, hands on your butt, lower back, and legs straight up. And that's gonna bring the blood from your feet to your head. If this is even too hard for you, you can put your butt up against the wall so your legs are supported by a wall. And you have to do no work. If you're a little bit more gangster than that, we can do a wheel. Look up videos for recommended instructions on how to do a wheel. It can go very deep. If you're new to this, don't take my word for it. Like to do that in the morning. It bends the body in different ways. You might think you'll never be able to do that. You'd be surprised what a little effort can do. Or you do a headstand or a handstand. Just depends on the day. Sometimes it doesn't work first thing in the morning. try your handstands later. Then, after your inversion, I recommend you catch your breath in either a savasana, which is a corpse pose, which is our favorite pose, meaning you're just laying there for a few breaths, or you just sit in a nice meditative stance, and we'll get ready for our martial arts finishing component of our warm-up. Now that we cooled down in savasana, we need to stand up, we need to raise the energy, we need to summon the fire to battle the iron demons that are coming at us today. And we're going to start with a basic Qigong series. I love to do this in the morning. If you don't have enough time for your morning routine, you can do this later as a part of a warm-up to your workout or a cool down even. It's the same thing. Just stay with your breath. It's all going to be standing. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out. Ball. Bring it down. Now I'm just running through these pretty quick. So if you need to slow down this video to really understand what I'm doing, these take a while to learn. But like I said, we're going to provide the links to the reading materials and the more appropriate videos where you can learn all the ins and outs of all these techniques. Do the same thing to the other side. So the other hand comes on top. Scorpion taught me this. Ancient China. Sometimes, if you do this right, you can actually get lightning come out of your fingertips. Right here. Very rare, but sometimes it happens. You have to be wearing this shirt, so they're on sale now. Bring it down. It just feels good. I can't explain it. It's just the energy's there, and you're grabbing it, and you're turning it, and you're making it work for you, which is all we're trying to do here. So that's one. The next one is going to be drawing the arrow. We're going to be archers. Right, so you get a wide stance. One hand comes in front of you. The other hand sweeps to the side. You bend, and now you got a bow and arrow. Check that shit out. I just summoned that out of nowhere. Then we flip. You keep doing this, like 3 on each side. You can obviously do more. It's obviously way deeper knowledge and processes to all of these, but these are just the basic movements for a warm-up that I feel cool to include in a morning routine. Right? So that, breathe in always, and then breathe out to rest your chi. This one, I'm going to stand to the side, so square your hips. 1 foot pointed that way, 1 foot pointed to you, the wall. When we bend, it's like we're throwing water over ourselves, like we're picking up and cleaning ourselves up. You just need to do 3 to 5 on each side. And there are definitely technical, proper names for all of these that are escaping me, probably because I don't know Chinese. But nonetheless, the benefits are endless. This really helps if you do it every day. It might look weird, it might look crazy. You just circle 3 to one direction, 3 to the other direction. Come up, breathe in, and breathe out. I just threw fire in the cameraman's fucking mouth, and that's what you just heard right there. Just so you know. So you know, everybody. Now, one hand comes on top of the other. We're going to pluck the stars and push the ground at the same time. Breathe here 3 times. Great for your shoulders, great for your neck, great for your alignment. These ancient warriors knew what the fuck they were talking about, so I'm not going to argue with them. Bend, and then we twist. Just 3 twists. It's just the abbreviated version. And we switch sides. Bring it down, rest your chi, Other side. And we got 2 more. Now we're gonna come up, wide stance, horse stance. They teach you this in Kung Fu. It's the horse stance. Wide legs, bend in your knee, feel in the quads. Then we're gonna punch, circle, grab the fist, bring it in, alternate. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. 5 on each side. Bring it in. Last one. Breathe out. And take one hand, put on your lotus, massages your lower back as well as activate your calves and your legs and your ankles. So one hand's on your lower back, the other hand's on top of that. We grab that, come on up to your toes, lift your arms up, and as you slam your ankles down, your heels down, you massage your lower back. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring it on up, bring it on down as we prepare for the final component of our warm-up.
Finish him.
Punches, kicks, strikes, deadly blocks, and all that stuff that you'll see in the next video. Namaste.
Fight!